Now, for those of you who are unaware, there is a huge push coming mostly from academia and from within the activists that work within AAA gaming companies to have this thing called gender abolition. And the way it manifests is self-evident. Like you're going to see female characters that are very androgynous looking. It's not about like removing sexuality, even though that's what they claim. It's like to create respectful characters. But it goes beyond that. It's basically making women with masculine features. So we're talking about broad shoulders, strong jawlines, toxic masculine behavior, that type of thing. And the reason that it's being pushed, as I mentioned, is to create this level of confusion. I mean, I guess like the people in academia, if you read their papers on the subject, they're trying to social engineer society. It's when you look at a woman like this, is like to get people to think that this is like the new standard of beauty and the new standard of normality. But like there's a lot of queer theory involved. It's to create the concept that any person can be whatever gender they want, like fashion. That is like what they are setting out to do. And you know, I've been playing some old video games recently. I've been playing Arcanum. I've been playing Fallout. And these are like some old RPGs. But my god, were they immersive. And one of the main problems that I have with the new RPGs, like Baldur's Gate, when comparing it to the old ones, is that in the old ones, when you actually picked a gender, it genuinely mattered. Like, it affected your role-playing. For instance, in Fallout, if you played as a female character, there were many quests that you could flirt your way through. There were many things that you could influence just by being a woman. Like, for instance, in Fallout 2, right out of the beginning, there is this thug which is offering you 200 caps to sleep with him. You don't get this as a man, but if you're a woman, you get this. And of course, like part of the role-playing, because it's a role-playing game, it gives you the option on how to respond to that. You can choose to attack the guy for even insinuating that. You can choose to just say no. Or you can choose to accept and you get 200 credits. And there's like nothing in the game that changes because of this, right? Like, part of the gameplay is that the screen fades to black and now you have 200 credits. But it, you know, like you as a guy playing as a woman, the question is, how do you feel about this? About what just happened? And I remember when I was playing the game, I actually felt dirty with myself. Even though there was like no game punishment for doing this, I just didn't like it, so I reloaded the game. And I found that to be very interesting, because it's like, why do I feel this way? Like, you know, I didn't actually give my body. Like, it's a video game, it's fictional. And it was just a fade to black, but it felt nasty. And it's like that aspect of role-playing that is completely removed when you play Baldur's Gate. When you play Baldur's Gate, it allows you to pick pronouns, and it allows you to pick, you know, if you want to be a man with a vagina, or if you want to be a woman with a cock. Like, all of that is there. But it doesn't actually reflect in the gameplay whatsoever. It just doesn't matter. You're playing this ambiguous thing that anyone flirts with you, and you can flirt with everybody. And the unfortunate side effect is that there is no replayability. Like, for instance, when you play Neverwinter Nights, if you play as a male character, you get certain romances open to you. So, if you want to romance female characters, you gotta play as a male character. If you want to romance male characters, you gotta play as a female character. And then you have, like, some characters that happen to be bisexual. But my point is that it actually matters what gender you pick, and due to this, it allows for replayability. Like, recently, I decided, okay, let me replay Baldur's Gate. And I want to play as a different gender. Nothing changes. Absolutely nothing. The game is still exactly the same. And it is, you know, something that was removed from there. And it's not just like role-playing games. When you play Tomb Raider, like the first Tomb Raider, the one that they did a remake, was absolutely awesome. But they had like this scene in it where one of the bad guys, a Russian, is actually trying to rape Lara. And Lara manages to escape. She shoots the guy. And because this is the first human that she killed, she has like a nervous breakdown. Like she starts puking. She feels horrible with herself. And I, as the reader, can definitely sympathize with the emotion that the character is going through. Like, it humanizes Lara. Okay, so like she actually killed a person that definitely deserves it. But she killed a person, right? So it creates feelings in the player. It makes you experience things. It's what art is supposed to do. Of course, the social justice activists had a freak out over this. It's like, oh my god, you're depicting rape? Oh, what, you think you're R.R. Martin or some shit? You can't do this in video games. And because of that, the sequel to Tomb Raider was changed. And the one that was coming after that was changed as well, to the point where Lara is not even a woman anymore. Like she's just this thing that exists in the world. No one flirts with her. No one even acknowledges the fact that you're a beautiful woman. It is so immersion breaking. Like everyone treats Lara as if she was a man. In fact, if you were to swap the model from Lara with like Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, you wouldn't notice any difference. It's the same fucking video game. A lot of immersion is being robbed, is being taken away. You know, like, I really enjoy, when I'm playing video games, to experience how is it like to be something else that you're not in real life. I like to experience how it is to be like a muscular powerhouse, like when you play with Kratos, and he's swinging those axes around, and you know everyone is intimidated and fears him. That's what a video game should do. I like to see how it's like when you play a tyrant, an asshole. You're playing Warcraft 3, and you're Arthas, and you're doing all these Warcrafts and stuff, right? It gets feelings in the player. It makes you feel something, whether it's disgust, whether it's joy, whether it's being awed and inspired by the character. You're supposed to have some feelings. And when you play as a female character, like even in the game that is Life is Tumblr, you're getting to play as a woman in high school, and you get to see the bullying from the other girls. It's an experience that I as a man didn't get, because as a guy, I was bullied by other guys, and it was physical. But the bullying that you experience in the first Last of Us is psychological in nature. And it's something that probably women deal with more. And again, like, it's interesting. And we're robbed of that. Like, this is why modern gaming is shit. It robs you of that. It removes the humanity from the video games because they consider humanity to be offensive. And they don't want to represent that at all. Let me know what you guys think. I'm actually interested in this. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.